Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice, and when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Canes will put total leather to crank us up. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Knight. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab at the 30. Off he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. With jet sweep pass. Bulls his way forward. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Grabs it in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Batted into the air, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 30, the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. At the 45, on his way. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Miami 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback will audible. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. Back to throw, it's Knight. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
This time they'll go to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, them and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Quick strike complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Oh, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback adapted. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The aerial assault continues. Buys a little time. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll take it himself. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front. And that's exactly what happened on them.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Gomez. He makes the connection. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
Smashes through. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Got a lot of running room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to scramble. Snags it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down.
14, and your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Still looking on the move. Complete downfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Knight. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They're trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
To the air, it's Gomez. They're bringing heat. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you...
All kinds of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll try the run. Shoots his way for more. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they...
Afterburner's coming. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming right at the pick.
He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Tulsa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He's got it. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the catch down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Tackled immediately after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's going to take off. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Gomez. Got his man quickly. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Hurricanes racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that the rest of this game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Coming after it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And little touch passes, man. They're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
On 3rd down, going up top. On the run, still looking. That's caught. It's Smith. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll let it go down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.